All right, today we're jumping into the science behind a whole new class of treatments, and these are absolutely changing the game for people with Crohn's disease. Let's get right into it.
So let's kick things off with this quote from Dr. David Huedsman, because it really sets the stage perfectly. He says, look, we've got more than a dozen advanced therapies out there, but a lot of patients still aren't getting into remission. It's a huge reminder that the fight against Crohn's is far from over, and it's exactly why the stuff we're talking about today is so important.
Okay, so to really get why these new drugs are such a breakthrough, you gotta understand just how big of a challenge we're facing. Let's talk about the sheer scale of Crohn's.
Yeah, this is not some rare, obscure condition. We're talking about more than 6 million people around the world, 6 million lives affected by this chronic illness day in and day out.
So what exactly is Crohn's? Well, at its heart, it's a chronic disease where your own immune system gets confused and starts attacking your digestive tract. It's like friendly fire, and that attack causes this constant, awful inflammation, leading to everything from severe pain and diarrhea to fatigue and weight loss. So, the goal of any treatment isn't just to make you feel better, it's to stop that attack, to shut down the inflammation at its source.
Okay, so if the immune system is like an army that's mistakenly attacking its own territory, what's giving the order, right? What are the signals telling it to go, go, go? Well, it turns out the answer lies with a couple of specific proteins. Think of them as the go signals for inflammation.
And here they are. Meet the main culprits: interleukin-12, or IL-12, and interleukin-23, IL-23. These things, called cytokines, are basically the commanders on the battlefield. They're the ones shouting "attack" to the immune cells. In Crohn's, these commanders are just stuck on repeat, screaming "go, go, go." And that's what sends this constant wave of immune cells to the gut, causing all that inflammation.
So the big question is, how do you silence those commanders? Well, this is where things get really clever. Scientists came up with two main strategies, which we're calling the shotgun and the sniper approach. The first-gen drug, the shotgun, is called ustekinumab. It works by blocking a piece called the P40 subunit. Now, this P40 piece is part of both IL-12 and IL-23. So, boom, you take out both of them with one shot. Pretty effective, right? But then, science got even smarter. They developed the sniper approach. These newer drugs, like risankizumab, target a different piece, the P19 subunit. And here's the key. P19 is only found on IL-23. So instead of a broad blast, it's a single precise shot, aimed at what many now think is the real ringleader of the inflammation.
And this leap in thinking, from the shotgun to the sniper, it just opened the floodgates for new drugs. The pace of innovation here has been, well, just incredible to watch.
I mean, just look at this timeline. Back in 2016, we get the shotgun drug approved. Fast forward to 2022, and the very first sniper, risankizumab, hits the scene. And then bam! Just last year, we get two more of these super selective sniper drugs. You can literally see the science accelerating in real time, moving from a broad approach to this incredibly targeted one.
But okay, all this cool science is great, but here's the question that really matters, right? The one patients care about. Does it actually work better? Is the sniper really more effective than the shotgun?
Well, there was a major study called the Sequence trial that was set up to answer that exact question. It was a head-to-head showdown, the sniper, risankizumab, versus the shotgun, ustekinumab. And they didn't test this on just any patients. They tested it on people who had already tried and failed other advanced treatments. I mean, this is a really tough-to-treat group. And the results? Whoa, they were pretty undeniable. At 24 weeks, the sniper drug got 59% of these patients into clinical remission. Compare that to the shotgun drug, which got 40%. I mean, that's not just a little better. That's a huge difference. The sniper won, and it won big. And let's just pause on that number for a second. 59%. What does that actually mean for a person? It means that almost 6 out of 10 people who had lost hope with other drugs, were getting their lives back. They were experiencing real, significant relief from the kind of daily pain and symptoms that can just completely take over your life. That's massive. But it's not just about feeling better on the outside. Look at this other data from the advanced trial. See that line, endoscopic response? That means a doctor actually looks inside with a scope and sees the healing. The sniper drug led to visible healing in 40% of patients. The placebo? Only 12%. So this isn't just masking symptoms. The drug is actually healing the inflammation inside the gut. That's really the holy grail in treating Crohn's.
So, okay, we have these new, incredibly effective tools in the toolbox. What does that mean for the future? Where are we headed with all this?
Well, believe it or not, a huge part of what's next comes down to money. As these older biologic drugs go off patent, we get these much cheaper generic versions, called biosimilars. And like Dr. Mark Schwartz says here, that changes the entire calculation. All of a sudden, combining a drug that used to cost a fortune with a brand new one becomes actually feasible. It opens up a whole new playbook for treatment strategies.